Okay, for my new Facebook friends that are interested in this truth thing, there are many people, organizations, groups, etc., that are trying to expose the liars, those that have plans for you and me. And those plans are not good. Okay. Then there are people that they hire to kind of contest what the first people are saying, and many of them get to tell a lot of truth, like Alex Jones and this guy you're going to hear about here soon. But ultimately, when the rubber meets the road, that's when they show their true colors, as this guy has, Alex has, a lot of them have. And another thing for my Facebook friends, on YouTube or many of these video-based sites, if you have a lot of viewership, if you have a lot of subs, you will get propositioned, and at first it sounds great until you're in it deep. Then they start telling you what kind of information to upload. By that time, they got you. Okay? So, those trying to discredit the real, honest truth tellers, and those pretending to discredit other truth tellers, but in fact are working for them in one way or another, that's called controlled opposition. And here is an example. And I'm going to shut it off. This is a long video, but I'm going to shut it off because I just want you to learn that part.
It's Vigilant Christian Mario, and you're here for another edition of Mark Dice Exposed. If you're just tuning into this video series, this is a video series I've created to expose the fact that Mark Dice is an absolute agent of the Illuminati. He pretends to be a truther, and he has led so many of you astray. Even many of my subscribers still buy into the concept that this guy is actually on our team, when in fact he is not. Now, for those of you who do not understand what controlled opposition is, a controlled opposition is a protest movement that is actually being led by government agents. Nearly all governments in history have employed this technique to trick and subdue their adversaries. Notably, Vladimir Lenin, who said, "The best way to control the opposition is to lead it ourselves." Now, we find ourselves in what's called the truth movement. There are leaders within this movement that are controlled opposition, and Mark is one of them. So we need to be vigilant against the wolves in sheep's clothing that would join our movement to lead it. Now, honestly, if you are in the truth movement, you need to understand that we are dealing with the masters of psychological warfare. They know how to infiltrate and corrupt things. And as you just heard, controlled opposition is a movement that is led by them. It's controlled opposition. And that is exactly what Mark Dice and many other leaders within this movement are. If you don't have an idea who would be a leader that would be controlled opposition, you haven't studied controlled opposition enough and really thought about it, because who in this movement is leading us astray? Mark Dice is a blatantly obvious COINTEL fake truther. Now, I'm going to leave the link to this playlist in the description section. I've been hammering this guy over and over again because he's a fraud. So I need to expose things that are not of God, first of all, and are of the enemy, the Illuminati, Satan. And this is an agent of Satan and the Illuminati. So he has done everything from flash Illuminati symbolism to try and cover up MK Ultra mind control breakdown. He doesn't want you to know that Illuminati blood sacrifices are occurring because he is a paid agent here to gatekeep you away. Now, why he's so effective in deceiving people is that he gives them the facts and the fictions, and they buy that hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, Mark, tell us the truth. No, he is there to lead you astray. He'll give you a little bit of truth to sucker you in so that you actually give him credibility and buy into his nonsense, and then when he's got you, then he takes you away from the real issues that we're facing. He is constantly covering up Illuminati blood sacrifices, which are real, because the Illuminati is a satanic Luciferian cult that is into satanic rituals, and one of those rituals is blood sacrifices. They believe they can get power from this. Mark is in this movement here on YouTube to lead us astray. He's the TMZ version of YouTube.
Okay, so that's just one guy, and his name is Mark Dice. I've done some exposing type videos myself concerning this guy. Here he is. Don't fall for his crap. A lot of people have. He's got a lot of videos, and he has 320,000 fools that believe that he is a good guy when in fact he works for the military. He comes from a military family, and his specialty is intel and public relations. So figure it out. He is not one of us. He is not on your side. He is one of those that would love to see you and your kids and your family and me and my kids and my family dead.